What's going on, Neon Nation? Welcome back to the Neon Arcade for some more Cyberpunk 2077 and Cyberpunk 2077 news. Today we're discussing a new E3 2019 leak, highlighting everything that we'll get from Cyberpunk 2077 this year at E3, some big YouTubers invited to a CD PROJEKT RED showcase, a Trauma Team International website, and some clarification about an ARG, and some countdown to the dark future details about the net in Cyberpunk 2020. First up, we have our community creation section where we highlight art from Cyberpunk 2077 fans. As always, their links will be in the pinned comment. First, we have NeoGaf and their female art VPs. I absolutely love the orange and purple aesthetic and the triangular mirror shades. This is really well done, and Neo's signature is even incorporated into V's tattoo. Next, we have Cookie Monster, who reached out to me to share some of his images. Now, I've shared his stuff before in 2 prior videos, but here are some I didn't feature because I didn't have access to it. He kindly shared them with me, and we've seen his Cyberpunk 2077 edit/cosplay series before, so you know it's quality. Finally, in honor of the 4th birthday of The Witcher 3, CD PROJEKT RED shared this image of Geralt with the spoils of his latest hunt. Happy birthday to The Witcher 3, and we're hoping 2077 is at least as great as that title. First up in our Cyberpunk 2077 news segment, we have a post on NeoGaf from a user who spills the beans on everything that's going to happen at E3 when it comes to Microsoft. The title is The Next 18 Months of Microsoft, the Calm Before the Storm, and goes into detail specifically on what will happen at the Microsoft E3 2019 media briefing on June 9th, where we'll likely see our first Cyberpunk 2077 reveal. Now, apparently this guy has quote-unquote insider connections. In relation to Cyberpunk 2077 and CD PROJEKT RED, he claims that we'll receive a progress update of the game, a new gameplay trailer, and a targeted release date from Cyberpunk 2077 at the Microsoft conference. He also claims that this is 100% for sure, as he sections the leak article into things that are happening, things that have a high chance of happening, things that have a slim chance, and things that have no chance. When it comes to CD PROJEKT RED, he claims that CDPR has not been approached or purchased by external studios. He goes on to show various business cards and media passes, although outdated, as proof that he's someone in the loop, and doesn't mention CDPR's game coming by 2021. Now, in my humble opinion, the Cyberpunk 2077 related stuff is not anything out of the ordinary. We have speculated that we will likely receive these things from CD PROJEKT RED, and we aren't anything close to industry insiders. Now, taking a closer look at the dude who actually posted this, he says, "I'm just a person who, let's say, knows many people. Some would argue I know too many people." In my opinion, this is usually more times than not precisely what someone who knows not very many people says. I absolutely could be wrong here, but people who project some sort of egotistical flex instead of just putting out the facts leads me to believe that it's not to inform, it's just to get notoriety. The user joined in April 2019 as well, so let's take this leak with a huge grain of salt. Again, when it comes to strictly 2077, these are all things we've forecasted before. Next up, we have details of some big and prolific YouTubers getting invites from CD PROJEKT RED to see something at E3 2019. As far as I know, it seems Legacy Killa HD, Skill Up, and Yang Ya got an invite, along with Metal Jesus Rocks. They've been cryptically tweeting about their invites for their most anticipated game of E3 2019, and in the case of Skill Up, the community manager from CD PROJEKT RED, Lalea, responded, only giving more credibility that it is Cyberpunk 2077. Now, in Skill Up's tweet, they also made mention that it's a behind doors closed session at E3. This leads me to believe that these guys will get their hands on the game to make impression videos. I do hope we get to see the gameplay and they're allowed to record it, but for now CDPR looks like they'll be showing Cyberpunk 2077 to the big guns. Some of you guys are worried that the closed nature of the demo means that it'll be a repeat of E3 2018 where we didn't actually get to see any gameplay, but judging by the fact that they're claiming their biggest convention ever, I'm willing to bet it won't be. Next up, we have a Kotaku article from Jason Schreier about the state of working at CD PROJEKT RED and how they've been recently criticized for having poor working conditions and stretching their employees too thin when it comes to game development. In this article, Schreier says, the developer best known for the Witcher series has cultivated a reputation for crunch in asking its employees to work nights and weekends for months at a time, and that studio management wants to improve their work-life balance even if they continue to feel that crunch is a necessity. Interviewing Marcin Iwinski states that they're known for treating gamers with respect, but that they'd like to be known for treating developers and staff with respect in the future. He also mentions how CD Projekt RED has introduced a non-obligatory crunch policy, and that even when the studio asks staff to work on nights and weekends, it's not mandatory. I think this is a multifaceted issue. I think it's a great thing for CD Projekt RED to be transparent about things when they get called out for it, and that they're open to listening to dialogue and suggestions. After all, they don't have all the answers, and it's dependent on a variety of factors. Everyone is an individual with individualized needs, and that has to be respected, but it's not easy to have an overarching plan which aligns with everyone. Naturally, game development is grindy at times, and especially with the polish and tenacity CD Projekt RED attacks it with, even more so. At the same time, a non-obligatory policy has the potential to devolve into being ineffective. I'm sure that there'll be some sort of hierarchy based on who decides to stay and the people who consistently take weekends off, and could facilitate further strife within the network. People with irreplaceable skills might be unaffected and have to stay weekends and nights regardless. I think only time will tell here, and if you guys have any innovative ideas to combat crunch, drop a comment or tweet at me at the Neon Arcade NA. Next we have the Trauma Team International website and its quote-unquote Resurgence. If you guys remember, a while ago, CD Projekt RED and Cyberpunk 2077 had a couple of ARG games during and after E3, which is an alternate reality game where you find clues online and solve puzzles through their content. I can tell you I suck at ARGs since I'm pretty impatient with them, but a lot of people really love to find online clues and codes. It's really challenging, and with Cyberpunk 2077 easily ties in with the lore of netrunning. On that note, post E3 2018, there was a Trauma Team International website with an ARG. Fast forward to 2019, and Mad Queen reported on its resurgence a few days ago after she realized that there was an update to the TT International website and potentially prompting a new ARG from them in the future. Now the site has been updated graphically, but CDPR Community Manager is debunking it on multiple platforms, from the forums to the pinned comments on Discord. Again, this seems to me like a 50-50 shot, and it could be them trying to hide some special stuff that they don't want us to know about. In any case, you can visit the website to form your own opinions. Finally, we have some Countdown to the Dark Future episodes featuring the net. This is a series from the developers of the source material of Cyberpunk 2077, Cyberpunk 2013, and 2020. We get a lot of lore information from Artal Sorian in these episodes. In episode 135, we learn about what the net actually is. The net of 2020 is the sum of total human telecommunications, joining together computers, telephones, cell phones, radios, microwave transmitters, satellites, and more. Everything connected to the net is part of it, from megacorp supercomputers to computer-controlled blenders. The net has many functions, including storing and sharing information, communications and remote access, and control of peripherals. Basic net is a visual display and an input device. Higher leveled access, however, uses software and hardware to translate information of the net into sensory data which feels real. Navigating the net requires a cyberdeck which directly engages with your brain and nervous system via interface plugs. The cyberdeck translates net data into a reality users can interact with. Thanks for watching, guys, and for everything and anything Cyberpunk 2077, join Neon Nation by subscribing to the Neon Arcade.